Please tell me you're going to ask Paul and Chris something, because they're getting lonely.
My question is directed to the Liberal member as well as the Progressive Conservative, and wondering if they ever considered how Paul Martin balanced the budget, creating dollars by taking it out of superannuation funds and also the Unemployment Insurance Act. Some $300 billion that they created, and now we have Martin hooting and tooting how he balanced the budget. And Progressive Conservatives put up their hand and agreed with the theft as well. So I would like you to
Sir,
address
what's your question?
a question of how did they balance the budget and where did they get the money?
Okay, so we're asking a historical question.
Yes.
Okay. I know you're a professor of economics, so maybe history is part of that.
Well, first of all, let's just pause for a moment about the big thing that was just said here, that it is Paul Martin that got the budget balanced. It was the Liberals. Paul Martin stood up in Parliament. He made a commitment, come hell or high water, we're going to get this massive deficit under control. It took a few years. He got it done. He made some decisions he was not really comfortable with, but he knew that the primary need of Canada at that point in time was to do something about the massive deficits that the Mulroney Conservatives have left us with. And so we set out and we did that. Yes, he ended up, other things he did. He cut transfers to the provinces. Okay, he felt that that was a necessary way of getting that budget under control. And then once he had balanced the budget, then he was able to do other things. Once he had run big surpluses, then we actually ended up cutting taxes more than the Conservatives have, but we waited till we had a surplus before we cut those taxes. Anyone can cut taxes if you don't worry about the budget. We could all quit working if we didn't care about the credit card bills adding up. Okay. So we did it before. We got the surplus under control, and then we put money back into our transfers to the provinces. We put money back into things once we could afford them. So that would be my big answer without getting into all the details. We needed to get that budget under control. We got it under control, and then only after we got it controlled did we do the tax cuts and reinvesting back into healthcare and so on. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and you're absolutely right. I mean, Paul Martin, he cut the deficit on the backs of Canadians, $25 billion out of healthcare. He cut spending on the military, where the military to this day still calls it the dark ages of the military. What this government will do is by 2014, 2015, the deficit will be balanced, and we're on track to do that. We will cut spending within Ottawa. We will be reviewing. We already have started this actually in the last couple of years, reviewing all program spending in Ottawa, review all the departments. Where's the overlaps? Where are the programs that have been around for 20 years that continuously get funding, but nobody really knows why or what the results are? We're looking at those programs and looking into cutting those programs. We won't cut healthcare. We won't cut transfer payments to education. We won't be cutting transfer payments for pensions, and we won't raise taxes. And again, the books will be balanced by 2014, 2015. It's a responsible way of balancing the books.